Beau Ryan here with the 300-pound cheat himself, Matt Bickel. Our buddy Ty Morris is going to be jumping in this little session with us. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that Bickel has coming up. Main primary objective for here, this guy's going to be running the Leadville 100, so he's pretty deep into his training program. We're going to do just a low CNS hangover restoration, kind of west side book of running, mobility, and strength session. This guy already hit yoga this morning. He has miles and miles and miles of running intervals he needs to do after this. So this is going to be kind of a graduated warm-up. We're going to hang out, talk shop, and just kind of get the vibe going before we jump into the studio. So let's get after it. Gee. Get the hips and hammies online. So we're just gonna go 4 lengths, forward drag, big heel toe, use the arms, and then we'll do 2 reverse, and then we'll do 1 lateral each way. Cool. Just open the hips up. All right, so now reverse drag. Keep the hips low, focus on the extension. Make sure toes are forward, no external rotation.
Like a DB back pedal?
Yep. DB back pedal.
Just open it up, big old body. Trying to do about 4 or 5 days a week if I can. I was just telling Beau in the office, it's like the one thing that as soon as I start skipping it, my body starts hurting really bad. And it's kind of annoying because it's like an hour and 45 minutes of your day just to go stretch, but it's like a hour of PT, you know? It's just like forced PT for the body the whole time. We're wondering if you're doing Leadman or just the 100 is absolutely mind-blowing to me, because you shouldn't know more than like one person that's done Leadman your whole life. I know like 12, you know, like of my good friends. So yeah, I'm just doing the run. I'm doing the marathon too, so.
We'll start off just some belt squat volume.
Yep.
I'd say for the first warm up, like 30-second march into 12, 15 squats.
Yep.
And then we'll just go start light volume on bamboo bar.
Yep.
First set 15 to 20, and then we'll just scale down to load up the weight and follow our heart.
Sick.
That work?
Sick.
Cool. So
I love
if you want to,
my heart.
follow your heart. It's the only piece of advice worth giving, man.
Yeah.
Everything else is bullshit.
Runner's legs.
So essentially with a lot of stuff with Bickel, my man's got a lot of muscle mass, right? So all we're trying to do is get as much stimulation as possible without taxing the nervous system from on top of all the other running he's doing. So when we do bamboo bar, phenomenon called oscillating kinetic energy. So this way it's gonna challenge the bar path. So every time he deviates from bar path, he's gonna be penalized for it. And then you see this guy, this is one of his big moves here. He's strong as shit here. But then also, we can get a lot of stimulation without a lot of weight. So the challenge of increasing grip strength, increasing neural drive, squeezing that bar as hard as you can, arching back, we can get a lot of stim where a normal heavy bench for this guy is gonna be well over 300. We can go a lot lower than that here, but still challenge the movement pattern. And then working all those little stabilizer muscles, really slow tempo, smooth reps. It's a great movement for deload, for specialty. The same reason we use the belt squat for a lot of our runners. Load up the hips, get full range of motion. No real axial load on the spine, very easy to recover from. And then you see where Ty's using his hands, we have a third point of contact. All that's gonna do is increase stability throughout the movement. So we're far less concerned about any type of injury or overuse.
Love this movement.
Attaboy.
This is such a fun way to test all your stabilizer muscles. It's only 140 pounds, which most men know they can bench 135 pounds, but you start moving the weight around, it's just working so many different little muscles. And then when you go back to a regular bar, everything's just activated. It makes it so much easier. It's one of my favorite tools in the gym, bamboo bar.
Are you doing any barefoot stuff right now, or is everything in shoes?
No, I do this 30-minute, 2 to 3 times a week EMOM where it's like 45 seconds of this,
Yeah.
45 seconds of this, a bunch of just barefoot, single foot, like the skaters.
Yeah.
And just like it's a 15 minutes, rest 2 minutes, 15 minutes. And it really, really pushes like all the buttons for the foot stuff.
Good.
And then tons of barefoot yoga. And like, I've been doing this HPF class. It's like lots of 1 foot balance stuff. And that has been so
Huge.
big for me, just because it's like turning on all these weird muscles that are going to be stabilizing, running up and down a mountain, you know?
Well, stability is the name of the game. 10 miles, all of like, and we've talked about it before, up to that 100 miles, it's not even about fitness, it's about durability.
Yep.
It's about joints, tissues, how much of a beating you can take and still maintain the level of output necessary to finish something like that in under 30 hours.
And then beating the elements, the sun, the altitude.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's all the variables, man. Everybody talks about aerobic, zone 2, aerobic base, all of that's well and good. But if your body can't handle the vigors of the first 50 miles, it sure shit isn't gonna handle the last 50. Whew. Do that for 3 weeks and then come back to your regular bench.
Yeah.
Woo. Feels good.
The normal person has no idea how freaking hard that is. Like, it looks, especially when a big strong man makes it look easy, you're like, man, I could probably hit that. It's 140 pounds. What's that, you know? This one's gonna be no breathing, just me pressing it really quiet. So everybody, shh. Silent, no heavy breathing. All right, back to heavy breathing. We did a 90-pound jump, so we'll do a 20-pound jump for the next jump. I forget that now that I don't do this all the time, and I run all the time, I'm not quite as strong as the last time I slapped weights on there aimlessly.
Smooth on the way down, smooth on the way down. There it is. Attaboy. Fuck yeah. You saw where if you saw that set of squats where his shin angle's staying really vertical, runners are already doing a tremendous amount, like their knees are already taking pounding. So we see that vertical shin and those hips sitting back. That's where you start getting hamstrings like that. That's the best way you can do to bulletproof your knees, get some fuck off hamstrings. 6 months out from Leadville?
Yeah.
What's your mileage right now?
So running around 20 to 25, but stair climbing and like a whole bunch of biking. So like 3 to 4 hours of cardio a day, and then I'd say 25% of that is running.
Yeah. What does the nutrition look like? Because you're trying to, obviously, you want this to be a slow drip, weight loss down to where you can really start building up mileage. Do you have any weekly goals or monthly goals? Like, what does that look like? What are the variables you're looking at for metrics to tell whether you're making progress right now or not?
Yeah, so weighing myself is my number one. I was probably at my heaviest, like 320, 325, starting the winter, and got really, really serious with my diet. And I was 284 this morning, so I've lost almost like 36 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm living off tacos and eggs. I swear to God.
Nice. What type of tacos though?
Corn tortilla, half a piece of pepper jack cheese, and a big, huge piece of grilled chicken breast. And I have like 4 of those for lunch and 4 of those for dinner, and like 2 eggs for breakfast. And the corn tortillas are gluten-free, so I've eliminated gluten from my diet. And at night, if I'm gonna wake up and train fasted, I make a gluten-free waffle, put some butter on it, some agave, and that's like got me feeling great. I know like this last weekend, I did a bunch of high rocks races. I ate all weekend. I wasn't gonna compromise my body. I feel like the first thing, if I compromise my nutrition when I'm doing huge volume, it's gonna hurt the body. Sure. And so I'm smart enough to eat when I need to eat, but when I don't, like mindless zone 2 cardio, hours a day. I'm trying to lean out, lots of sauna, lots of sweating, lots of hot yoga, and low calories. So I'm at a huge caloric deficit every day.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about, like, especially for us plus size runners, the thermoregulation piece, his ability to sweat, his ability with all that muscle mass to keep his core temperature down. That's actually one of the big challenges for a lot of these athletes that are starting to get into endurance who come from strength training. And there aren't really any books written on that yet. So you really have to kind of feel this stuff out and just expose yourself to absolutely as many different modalities, sauna, zone 2 running. They're real challenges he'll face out there. Yeah, that's huge.
This guy right here, Leadville, 23 hours. You get a big belt buckle if you go sub 25. This dude owns a big belt buckle. It's rare air. So that's why he's here.
Man. Yeah, Ty's a
got
stud.
a lot to learn from this guy.
Ty's a stud.
If I'm lucky, he's going to bring me in the last 13 miles on August 23rd, not 22nd.
Yeah.
He's gonna make my job easy.
No, I'm saying if I'm lucky, you're gonna do it. I'm gonna be running it with somebody. I'm just hoping it's you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be an honor.
Yeah. Let's do GHDs and reverse hypers.
Okay.
Is that,
GHD sit-ups or hip extensions?
Sit-ups would be
Sit-ups.
awesome. Yeah.
So GHD sit-ups, reverse hypers, and then let's just pull this bench out. Let's hit some Copenhagens.
Yep.
Just 20 to 30 seconds per side.
Yep.
Between reverse hyper and glute and the GHD, if you only had those 2 items in your gym, you could still be creepy strong.
My favorite story is Matt Frazier, 5 times CrossFit Games champion, had an 800 square foot gym in his basement. 800 square feet, like the size of this corner. My dude won the games 5 times training out of that gym. And in that 800 square foot space, he had one of these and a GHD, which takes up about 1/4 of that space. Crazy.
And you can do this straight leg or bent leg. We're just trying to strengthen that adductor, especially running. Those adductors tend to get super duper tight. Long muscle's a strong muscle. So we wanna get set up here, make sure hip stays open, knee stays locked. And I'm actually gonna pull myself. So this would be, it relaxes, I contract, pull that in, pulls the hips up. We're gonna hold 20 seconds. If it's awful after 10 seconds, you're probably doing it right, especially if it's a new exercise. Yeah, yeah, spicy morsel. And you can do a dynamic version of this as well, where you would slowly lower your hips to the ground and then pull and squeeze and then get that active traction in the eccentric. And this is the shit that literally nobody else wants to do. And this type of durability work is the only reason you're gonna get a man that size over 100 miles. That's it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Those are like Nordic curls for the adductor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a fan of getting all of these in. If you already know you need 12, 15 minutes to warm up, like for your in-gym workouts, dude, this is easy plyos, keep the tissues loaded, Copenhagen, some hypers, sandbag carries, sled, dude, 12 minutes, you're ready to go. You're ready for anything.
Yeah.
So.
Here's my philosophy. One of my favorite quotes is, athletes are bastards of compensation, meaning that like you could fling a snatch over your head and just figure out a way to do it. But West Side athletes, it's not compensation.
Yeah.
They're turned on, they're activated, they're stable, and they're working through these planes of motion with muscles loaded and activated, dude, which is such a different way.
And that's the best when we talk about injury prevention or anything else, the best way, in my opinion, you can prevent injury, especially on the trail, is to be athletic. If you're athletic, you're light on your feet, you're not surrendering posture and position. And you'll go out, you've done Leadville, I've been out there and supported it numerous times. The first mile, everybody comes out like this. 20 miles in, you start seeing this. 50 miles in, you start seeing this. You start surrendering that posture, surrender position. That's what we get into. We start using muscles that we're not supposed to be using.
Yeah.
You compensate.
Everything I'm training, even if it compromises stride length, is
Yep.
right up here.
Yep.
Nice and tall the whole time.
Hell yeah.
As soon as I start leaning, that's 50 pounds I'm putting on my
Right,
knees as
yeah.
soon as I lean my head forward, you know?
Yep.
It's inevitably going to happen.
Yeah.
You just want it to happen at mile 60.
60,
Yeah.
70. Yep.
Yeah.
Right? That's the whole thing with Leadville. It's just the shit's going to go fucking wrong.
Yeah.
How long can you hold it off?
Totally.
But how much is that? I mean, that's a metaphor for a lot of things.
Everything.
totally.
Yeah, it's like once you have to start breaking the rules, then break them. But if you can't
Yeah.
do the first 50 miles by the rules, you're in trouble.
Follow the rules.
Yeah.
And I think that mindset actually helps people because then when it starts to happen, like you now freak out about it happening.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna feel this way, and they tell themselves a story. It's like, no, if you just have the anticipation, like my stride at 50 is gonna be fucked, and 60 is gonna be more fucked, and 70 is gonna be more fucked, but my first 50 is gonna be pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Like, you give yourself a real shot. I was talking to Abed about it yesterday, and I love that everybody's giving themselves enough time to build in training. Like everybody's approaching this, in my personal humble opinion, the right way, which is more time on feet, get that soft tissue as much load as you can, because that's what's going to break down. But I had the exact same talk with him yesterday. He was like, well, you know, how are you going to feel? And I was like, you're going to feel awful.
Yeah.
And
Like, it's
Like a bag of
don't even, it's different. When people tell themselves a story about how stuff's gonna go, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And you won't know that till you're 50, 60 miles in.
Yeah.
You just won't. So it was, when we talk about, like the only story is like, don't stop until you see the finish line and you see God.
Yeah.
One or the other. Other than that, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You have no idea. So it's like, if you stay present and open, it's full of opportunity. If you're just waiting for the thing you're gonna dread, that's already stressing you out before you get there.
Totally.
So it's just like, stay in the moment. The most important mile you're in is the one you're in. That's the most important mile for the whole fucking race, 100 times.
Yeah.
This is the only important thing, is this mile.
My grandpa used to say, don't worry about the snake bite till your snake bit. You know?
That's some Texas shit.